and I'm a veterinarian. I used to be the executive director of the Rachel Carson Council, and I'm in a transitional mode right now. So if you have any questions or interest in contacting me, I will be happy to give you my contact information. And today I'd like to speak about the various things I have observed in working with the Rachel Carson Council for over 20 years. And the first thing is an old saying that is very appropriate today. Beauty is as beauty does. And this can be applied to new ways of thinking about creating elegant landscapes and protecting them from pests. And this implies that lawns and gardens can be kept beautiful without harm to health and the environment. Further, it implies that landscapes can provide benefits above and beyond the aesthetic value through sustaining ecosystem services. Now, I'll give you some examples. Recently, individuals have been urging their communities to forego chemical pesticide use in residential settings. Now, why? That's because toxic chemicals used for cosmetic reasons on lawns, walkways, and gardens have been associated with adverse effects to human health, to pet health, and the health of the ecosystem, both here and abroad. In the case of humans, these adverse effects include neurological dysfunction, cancer, intestinal problems, and other disorders. And guess what? For our pets, our dogs, they're the very same types of adverse effects. But more about this later. First, I'd like to consider a few examples of the other road. If anybody has read Rachel Carson's book, Silent Spring, which was written in Silver Spring, Maryland, then you'll know that the last chapter is called The Other Road, where she discusses alternatives. So let's take a trip down the other road and see what other ways of protecting our plants can be done. In 2007, in France, Alain Baraton, head gardener at the Versailles Palace grounds, banned chemical insecticide applications. And this action resulted in more birds because they were finding more insects as available food sources, and they returned to Versailles in numbers that hadn't been seen for decades. And Baraton refers to his work as a common sense approach, and he rejects the organic label. In his words, a garden is normal when it is organic, and with chemical use, he calls it a polluted garden. He works to create a garden which is good for nature, good for his visitors, and is an intelligent garden. That's his words, an intelligent garden. There's another example that I would like to consider. In early 2000, the town of Marblehead, Mass., with Michael's help, adopted the organic management policy for turf and landscapes. It also had the help of Chip Osborne. Chip was a man who owned a greenhouse, and he would bring his dogs to his greenhouse before he became an organic gardener.